So when I was in high school, I never understood why I needed to learn a foreign language. And so I asked my teacher, because I never thought that I would have a job where I would be sent all over the world. And she said, well, you need to appreciate other cultures. The thing is that you never know where life's going to take you. I started climbing right after high school. I took an outward bound course in North Carolina, and I was afraid of heights, so I wasn't looking forward to the climbing part of the course. But it was intriguing, it was really beautiful, it was challenging, and not many people did it. I didn't know any women alpine climbers. I didn't know any women ice climbers. And, you know, I didn't really read climbing magazines and stuff because it would just make me antsy. Like, I didn't want to read about it, I wanted to go do it. I decided I wanted to learn more about alpine climbing, so I got a Subaru and I drove out west, and I've driven one ever since. I climbed every day in the winter for 3 winters and found a mentor. Somebody would know somebody, and that person would know somebody. And I learned a lot from my mentors and got a lot of experience. I've guided in Peru, Bolivia, Nepal, Argentina. I've been through a lot. Avalanches, running out of food. The longest I've been without food is 5 days. It's harder to go without water though. There's been a lot of unexpected turns, but I've come to a place where I feel like I can really give back.
When I first started climbing, I had so many questions, but not a lot of people around me who could answer those questions. What I think is cool about Chicks is that you have an opportunity to pick the brain of Katie Calhoun and all the other guides that are on our staff. You know, these are experts in their field.
I climb with a lot of men, and yeah, they're great climbing partners, but I just feel like in a clinic I want to get really good feedback. I want ego checked at the door, and just the likelihood of that happening with women is a little higher. Sorry.
The founder of Chicks asked me to start working when she founded the company 17 or 18 years ago now, and I worked every course since then.
I was a guide for Chicks for a long time. Last year we bought the business. So when I started working for Chicks, I started realizing the power that comes when a collective group of women gets together.
I mean, this is a whole different kind of rock climbing than face climbing. I mean, it pushes you. And these guys, the Chicks guides, they push you to your limit.
Take!
Yeah, got you.
Ah! Okay.
There's nothing like Indian Creek. Nothing. No cracks like Indian Creek.
Indian Creek is a world-renowned climbing area. There's nowhere else like it. I mean, there were perfectly parallel, smooth cracks that go for over 100 feet. And it's really strenuous. It can be really painful. It's probably the most difficult climbing there is. There are not many people that know how to do that kind of climbing, pure splitter cracks. Maybe because it is so painful. But it opens up opportunities.
North 6 Shooter is a classic route. It's so awesome. Every time you drive in here, you see it. You see those towers, and all the walls of Indian Creek are incredible, but those towers just stick up when they call to you.
Ready?
Red Eye.
Ooh.
This is one of my favorites because you can see more into Canyonlands and stuff. As we hike up, they're really incredible.
Yeah.
Look at the gate.
Yay! It's just around the corner. That biggest tower.
Have you climbed this tower before?
Haven't.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be mega classic, you know? dinosaurs, and there are dinosaur tracks embedded in the rock. So you still find dinosaur bones, you find arrowheads, you find petroglyphs, ancient ruins. You know, I mean, this land is old, but it's still vibrant and calm, and have all kinds of adventures that become a part of a person's soul. And stuff needs to be protected. You can imagine when we saw these towers for the first time back in the 70s or early 80s, and they didn't have the gear that we have now, and they were really bold. Some of these climbs have sort of this legacy, like North Six Shooter. There are no fixed anchors.
On belay.
These climbs are not easy. So I met Ed Webster when I was in college at the University of Vermont back in the early 80s. And he was a climber, and he moved out west, and he was putting up new routes here in the desert. And he put up the first ascent of lightning bolt cracks on North Six Shooter. To imagine what it would have been like to put up that first ascent, it's kind of cool. Proud of the bar of the standards that they set. I think that a lot of people come up now and they have modern gear and they have a lot of information about what the route's going to be like, and they can do it a lot faster, and they don't remember whose shoulders they're standing on.
We are up off the ground and we're multi-pitch climbing. We're in the middle of nowhere with really no cell phone service. We have to be aware that we could fall anytime. But I am with somebody I trust incredibly.
In climbing, the partnerships are real important to me, that they're intense experiences at times that you go through, that you share, that nobody else will understand.
Strenuous.
When I first started climbing, I didn't know where this journey was going to take me. I still don't, because I'm still pushing, exploring. I decided early on that I wanted to live each day as if it was my last day on Earth, because you can't take anything for granted. Yeah. I think it's important to follow your dreams and stand up for what you know is right, what you know you need to do. I think it's important to really examine what's important to you and to go for it. You can't take life for granted. It's short and it's sweet. And I think that to get the most out of it, you can't let your fears hold you back.